Got a car pulling in already. And it looks like it is. I can't tell. Well, they're going to go green here at the Gadswell Service start zone. And Robert Knapp and Brian Johnson are off. And here comes Dylan Stratton, that Weiss Performance machine. As they're going to come out at turn number 2, it's going to be Robert Knapp and Brian Johnson. It's going to be one heck of a heat race. 8 laps is going to be the distance. Top 3 to the show, to the redraw actually. All of them will make the show. 3 really fast cars here tonight. And straight all over the back bumper of the 16K of Robert Knapp. As they head down the backstretch. Strade's been here all year. That car hasn't been vinyled up. Finally got vinyl on it last weekend as he went to Bradford Speedway. Strade takes the lead from Robert Knapp in that 217. And now Robert Knapp looks to take it back as they're side by side into turns number 3 and 4, but it's going to be Strade on the outside, Knapp on the inside. Down the front stretch they come. Brian Johnson still there lurking in 3rd. Starting to lose some time though. As the top 3 have pulled away from the field. And now they're in the lap track of Zachary Virgilio. There's a work on Virgilio as he goes to the bottom. And Brian Johnson now works to the outside of the lap traffic. Who's in the infield. And it's still a battle up front between Strade and Knapp on the last lap. Robert Knapp has won the last 2 weeks during the heat race. He won last week's feature, but Dylan Strade doesn't have a heat race win yet this season. Looking to do it here tonight. Out of turn number 4 they come. Give the checkered flag to Dylan Strade. He'll get his first heat race win of the season. Robert Knapp will finish 2nd. He'll head to the redraw. Brian Johnson will head to the redraw. In trouble for Zach Virgilio. Oh no, it looks like the 50 car just went up in smoke. You have to hope it's hopefully just a line that went loose, like a water line or something. Hope it's not the motor on that car. But trouble for Zachary Virgilio. And Zachary is the sponsor of our Radiators Plus 63, so we appreciate Zach and that whole family, what they do for us here at the Speedway. Green flag is out, and Brumsted's on at top 3 of the redraw. And that 44 car, that's going to be the Triple X of Eric Weiss. So Eric is using the Triple X of the transponder here, so that's why you see that on my race pass. Well, that is Eric Weiss in the 44 car. And the last time we saw Zach Walsh here, he came out in John Venuto's Sportsman, put a whooping on the field during. But up front, it's all Eric Brumsted. Trying to stretch out that lead ever so slightly. Mike Deinhardt having himself a good heat race run right now. He's got a little donut mark on the outside of that 24D car. Johnson's trying to get into that redraw spot. This is an 8-lap race, 3 to the redraw. Here comes Seth Johnson. Seth Johnson knows he's got to get into that redraw if he wants any chance at winning here tonight. To the inside of the 24D of Mike Deinhardt. Deinhardt slips just a little bit. That's going to let Johnson get by. Here comes Zach Walsh. Walsh is going to look to the outside. I was going to dive back to the inside. And he's going to get underneath Deinhardt, and they'll head down to the back stretch. Side-by-side, but up front now Seth Johnson's going to look to the inside of Eric Weiss, and behind them is Walsh and Deinhardt, and Walsh gets underneath Deinhardt this time. 2 laps to go as they're side-by-side back here from fourth, and Walsh gets by Deinhardt. Now Walsh going to try and get by Johnson or Weiss to get into that redraw spot, and it's going to be tough competition up front, nothing to see. Eric Brumsted's checked out on this field as he's got himself a 3-second advantage right now over the 85 of Seth Johnson. In the air for Eric Brumsted. He'll pick up his first heat race win of the season. And Zach Walsh makes a pass on Eric Weiss, and he'll get into the redraw spot in turn number 4, and that could make Zach Walsh his whole night, as he just went from starting in 8th in the feature to possibly starting in 1st after the redraw. But the 17 of Zach Walsh has put that into the redraw with a last lap corner pass over Eric.